Always trying to build up such a broken home, never once touched by a single thing her parents said. She was lost, alone, and misunderstood. Broken bottles scattered across the wood floor of her not-so-beautiful home. Dad worked 12-hour shifts, and Mom sat around looking for jobs. She and her brother fought constantly about things that normal people wouldn't let cross their mind. Face down in her pillow, she would scream out for help. Waking the neighbors, they'd scream back foolish nonsense. She was educated, with a bright mind craving success. Having to work harder than most, she'd spend extra time in her room, not letting her eyes wander or her pencil leave her hand. She never shut the door to her room, always expecting her brother to run into her arms and cry about the mass amount of people that let him down that day, or how Dad threw his fist up to his left cheek inches away from striking him. She just cradled him in her arms and listened to what he had to say, so that thick rope attached to the attic ceiling wouldn't have to grasp his frail neck. She'd wipe the tears off his face and sing songs of the future, telling him how successful they will be and how much joy the world will bring them when they pack their bags and get gone. He faintly smiled while he rested his weary head, and she laughed until sunset hit, about things that haven't yet come to be. Growing up in a Christian household, her dad practiced his faith less like a believer and more like a sinner. Reading from the Bible night and day and attending church every Sunday, he'd come home with the devil latched onto him, screaming hateful words into his wife's ear and throwing his kids across bar platforms like rag dolls. She and her brother lay across the bar with bruises perfectly placed down their back, gasping for air from the fist that was just engulfed into their chests. Looking up at the sunroof and back at one another, the young girl took a deep breath and muttered to her brother, "We could be dead, but we got this far, so it's time we suit up and finish this fight." The brother smiled a smile that lit up the dark, gloomy room. They were going to make it, and they'd be the first to do so. The wife, as she was called around the house, had carried a couple babies before the young boy and girl were introduced to the world. But they were never able to see life outside of her stomach, because of the countless amount of overdoses the wife had put on, or the punching bag that was known as her pregnant belly for Dad's entertainment. Dad was gone, and Mom was never coming back. The young girl and boy faced a fear, an unreal fear, for the first time in their lives. Mom had given up by drowning herself over the bridge across from where we remained, and Dad left for work last night, unable to show his face around our home any longer. This was it for her and her brother. They were finally free from abuse and neglect. Packing their bags, they took a final look at the home they were raised and sighed a sigh of relief. The chains were finally broken. They were cage-free, finally able to see the world outside of home.